Today I have a chicken here in front of me. Just want to show you quick because the chicken itself needs to get marinated. What you would do, you would marinate it overnight, so I want to show you this quick. And basically what you do is you just take off the breast, which is actually not as difficult as people think. Because all you'd have to do is take a sharp knife and follow down the contour of the breastbone. Now, if you have trouble with it, you can also take the actual leg off first, if that makes you more comfortable, which is very simple. You just go like so. And obviously the leg would not be discarded. It makes great chicken soup, it would make fried chicken, and all the good stuff was already celebrated in the 18th century. What I do now here is I take what we call a regular chicken breast. I would take the skin off, just like so, which comes off very simple. And then I'll trim down a little the excess fat. Now, speaking of fat, in the 18th century, they were very frugal and very smart. So what they would do, when the chicken, as you get chicken sometimes, you see a lot of fat in the innery. You would take this fat and you would render it down into make chicken schmaltz. And they would use it a lot for cooking. Today's lifestyle, we don't do that anymore. We use oil or butter. And now I'm going to take this chicken breast and put it together with the other chicken that I already marinated before. You see the slight discoloring. It's because it already has herbs, variety of herbs. Any soft herbs you can put into it. Some basil, a little bit of thyme. And for this particular recipe, I use rainwater Madeira. And we come back to the Madeira in a little bit later, but the rainwater Madeira is the one that was on the Madeira ships on top of the ship. So when it rains, the rain will go on the rim, soak into the Madeira, therefore make it less sweet and much more preferable for cooking. But as you know, no salt. Salt would dehydrate it and make this dish not beautiful. The chestnuts were much adored, and the people that came from the old country to the new country would say, wow, those chestnuts are so much sweeter than they are in the old country. So people really did a lot more with chestnut than we know today. What we do today is basically chestnut roasted in the wintertime and some chestnut stuffing. This happens to be a fritter. What we do there is two things. Now those ones you can buy in our days in any Asian market, already peeled, already cooked. So you really cut yourself an hour work of work out of the recipe I'm doing today. So I'm just going to chop them really quick. Now, in the cookbook that I have, you can obviously see that you can use a food processor. Since we today are celebrating the 18th century, I want to stay true to the 18th century. You want chop it not too fine. A coarse chop will do, a little bit more than that. Then the other thing, I have shallots that I already pre-chopped, because we do have an aggressive menu today.